So once we have really looked and digged into beliefs we help image and help visualize what do these beliefs look like. And so parents can have different beliefs about the purpose schools. In Botswana and Buenos Aires, on the surveys, parents said that socio-emotional was the most important, but in Maharashtra and Himachal Pradesh, India, civics was the most important purpose according to parents there. And in Cajon Valley in California and the US and in South Africa, jurisdictions said that academic purposes, so furthering education, really was their main purpose of school. So this can look differently in different places, especially among parents. We also dig into then parents thinking, where are parents at? What are parents thinking versus what are teachers thinking, to help understand if parents and teachers are on the same page in terms of their purpose on education. So to do this, we have what we call belief maps, which help look at beliefs of teachers to parents. And we are also developing these for teachers, parents, and students. So in this belief map, you'll see in a case from Colombia, from a recent study that was done last month in Colombia, parents really prioritized academics on their responses, but teachers were prioritizing social-emotional learning. So blue being the parents, teachers being the orange. And of course, there were other responses, but the major purpose of education was academic for parents and socio-emotional for teachers. And you'll see the white space in between is the gap in the belief, the differences in the beliefs. We go to the next slide. We also ask for parents to comment on what they think teachers perceive as the most important purpose or the perception. And we ask teachers, what do they perceive of parents' beliefs on education? And these perception gaps also help us understand whether or not teachers are perceiving parents and parents are perceiving teachers accurately. And so what we have found in Colombia was that parents prioritize academics, as we just discussed, and teachers correctly perceive this. So teachers knew that their parents were prioritizing academics. So you'll see very little white space because the teachers were accurately perceiving what their parents, the parents of their students were believing. But when we look at parents and what parents perceive of teachers, we find a bigger gap. So if you see on the academic, you'll see a big white space. And that's because teachers prioritized social-emotional learning, but parents thought that teachers were on the same page as them and prioritizing academic learning. So in the case of Colombia, part of the questions and thinking that they have gotten into as a team is really, okay, how do we get on the same page, or how do we at least begin to talk about why teachers have such an important focus on socio-emotional learning? Why is socio-emotional learning so important for teachers, and why do parents not necessarily perceive the purpose of education in that way? And what are the questions that parents have on purposes of socio-emotional learning?